day, everyone, especially to our viewers in our official Facebook page and our listeners in 98.3 Gold FM. Welcome once again to Salida TeleRadyo, right here at La Filipina National High School. I am your teacher host, Teacher Cyril. Today we will learn another interesting topic in PE 8, Quarter 3, Module 1. As our teacher broadcaster, Teacher Mayan C. Sacro, will discuss about indoor game. Are you now all ready? That's great! I will now turn you over to Teacher Mayan.
Thank you, Teacher Cyril. Good day, everyone. Another interesting and mind-blowing topic will be offered to you this morning. With me, your teacher broadcaster, Mayan C. Sacro from La Filipina National High School. Join me as we learn new context in PE 8, third quarter. And it is all about indoor game. Are you ready? Let me begin by giving you a challenge. I'll give you the word honest, and each letter of the word honest has equivalent point value. H is equals to 4, O is equals to 1, N is equals to 1, E is equals to 1, S is equals to 1, and T is equals to 1. So if you're going to add the point value of each letters, what will be the total score of the word honest? Alright, the total score of the word honest is 9. Did you get it correct? Okay, isn't it interesting? Let's find out more. Do you have now an idea of what is our topic all about? Alright, our topic all about is Scrabble. Before we go further, let us know first our objectives. First, discuss the nature and background of the game Scrabble. Second, explain the benefits that can be derived from playing. And third, practice proper and acceptable behavior while playing Scrabble. These three objectives will lead us to our most essential learning competency, which is to describe the nature and background of board game. Let us now proceed to our pre-assessment. This is to determine whether you have prior knowledge about our topic. You will be given 5 seconds to answer, and when you hear a buzzer, that means your time to answer is up. Are you now ready? Let's begin. Number 1. How many tiles that are used in Scrabble game? A. 102, B. 98, C. 100, or D. 80. Your time starts now. The correct answer is 100. Number 2. What is the point value of the letter Z? Is it A. 10, B. 5, C. 3, or D. 7? Your time starts now. The correct answer is 10. Number 3. What do you mean by a triple letter score? A. Double the value of the tile placed on that square. B. Triple the value of the letter. C. The entire value of the word will be doubled. Or D. This will triple the word score. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter B. Triple the value of the letter. Number 4. To start the game, players take one tile from the bag without looking into it. The player that has a letter that is closest to letter A in the alphabet will begin the game. Is this true or false? Your time starts now. The correct answer is true. Number 5. What is the total score of the word time if the letters have this value? Letter T, 1. Letter I, 1. Letter M, 3. And letter E, 1. If you're going to add all those point values, what is the total score of the word time? Is it A, 4, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 5? Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, 6. How was your score? Did you find questions hard or easy? Well, if it is hard, then let us make it easy by simply listen to the discussion. Let's trace the history of the Scrabble game. Do you know this person? This person is Alfred Mosher Butts, an architect from Poughkeepsie, New York. In 1931, Alfred translated his love of crossword puzzle to a board game, initially called the game Lexico, but later changed the name into Crisscross Words. He studied how frequently each letter of the alphabet is used. He then used each letter's frequency to determine how many of each letter he would include in the game. He included 4 S tiles so that the ability to make the words plural would not make the game too easy. He began to look for a new buyer to sold his rights. The game makers he originally contacted refused the idea, but eventually he sold the rights to the entrepreneur and game lover James Brunot. James Brunot made a few minor adjustments to the design and renamed the game Scrabble, meaning to group frantically. Let's have now of the official rules. The objective when playing is to score more points than other players. The other one is the main strategy is to play words that have the highest possible score based on the combination of letters. When playing Scrabble, anywhere from 2 to 4 players will enjoy the game. As words are placed on the game board, points are collected and each letter that is used in the game will have a different point value. Let us now see the composition of Scrabble game. We have the Scrabble board. The Scrabble board has a standard board will consist of cells that are located in a large square grid. And also, it has 15 cells high and 15 cells wide. The Scrabble tiles. There are 100 tiles that are used in the game and 98 of them will contain letters and point values. The 2 blank tiles have no equivalent point. Point value of letters. I want you to listen and take down notes of the point value of letters. Let's begin. 1 point is given to letter A, E, I, O, U, L, N, S, T, and R. 2 points for letters D and G. 3 points for letters B, C, M, and P. 4 points for letters F, H, V, W, and Y. And 5 points to letter K. 8 points is for letter J and X. And 10 points is for letter Q and Z. I hope you jot down notes. Different letters in the game will have various point values, and this will depend on how rare the letter is and how difficult it may be to lay that letter. As I've said, blank tiles will have no point values. Let us now discuss about extra point values. First, we have the double letter scores. Double letter scores double the value of the tile placed on that square. Suppose your word is money. Each letter of the word money has equivalent point value. Letter M is 3, letter O is 1, letter N is 1, letter E is 1, and Y is 4. So the total points is 10 points. But the letter Y happens to be placed on the double letter square. So it means that the value of y, which is 4, is doubled. So 4 times 2 equals 8. So the total score of the word money is 18 points. Triple letter score. The dark blue cell in the board will be worth triple the amount of the letter value. So for example, your word is play. Play, each letter has an equivalent point value, like letter P is equals to 3, L is equals to 1, A is equals to 1, and Y is equals to 4. The total score of the word play is equals to 6. But since the letter P is placed in the triple letter score, that means the value of P will be triple or multiplied by 3. So the value now of P is equals to 9. So the total score for the word play is 15. Next, double word scores. Double word scores, when a word is placed on these squares, the entire value of the word will be doubled. For example, your word is sweet. So, S is equals to 1, W is equals to 4, E is equals to 1, E is equals to 1, and T is equals to 4. To sum it up, the total score for the word sweet is 8. But since one of the letter of sweet is placed on the double word square, so the total score will be doubled or multiplied by 2. And 8 times 2 equals 16. So the total score will be 16. Triple word score. Triple word score is the dark red square where the high points can be earned, as this will triple the word score. So for example, your word is math. Okay, each letter of the word math has a point value, like M is equals to 3, A is equals to 1, T is equals to 1, H is equals to 4. So if you're going to total, the point value of the letters of the word math is equivalent to 9. So since one of the letter is placed in the triple word score square, that means we have to multiply the value of the word by 3. So 9 times 3 equals 27. Okay, to start the game. Without looking at any of the tiles in the bag, players will take one tile. The player that has the letter that is closest to letter A in the alphabet begin the game. Or, if a blank tile will be chosen by a player, then he will start the game. The tiles are then replaced to the bag and used in the remainder of the game. Every player will start their turn by drawing 7 tiles from the Scrabble bag. There are 3 options of players during any turn. One is to place a word, of which you are going to place your tiles on the Scrabble board and gain some points. Another one is you can exchange tiles for new tiles, but if you do that, you will have no score. And of course, you can also choose to pass. When you pass, you will miss also the score. Okay, so remember that one. The first word score. Okay, so the first word score, when the game begins, the first player will place their word on the star spin in the center of the board. Then the star is a double square and will offer a double word score. So if you're going to place your word, so meaning to say the equivalent value of the entire word will be doubled. How about replacing Scrabble tiles? Once tiles are played on the board, players will draw another set of tiles to replace those. Players will always have 7 tiles during the game. And of course, exciting points will be given away when the players use all 7 tiles to create a word on the board. Players will receive a 50-point bonus in addition to the value of the word. To end the game, once all tiles are gone from the bag and a single player has placed of all their tiles, the game will end and the player with the highest score wins. tallying Scrabble scores. When the game ends, each player will count all points that are remaining on their tiles that have not been played. This amount will be deducted from the final score. An added bonus is awarded to the player that ended the game and has no remaining tiles. The tile values of all remaining players will be added to the score of the player who is out of the tiles to produce the final score for the game. The Scrabble player with the highest score after all final scores are tallied wins. Accepted Scrabble words. Any word that is found in a standard English dictionary can be used in the game of Scrabble. Why do we need to engage ourselves in indoor game, particularly the game Scrabble? Simply because it has a lot of benefits. One of it teaches you the vocabulary. Learning new word or learning the meaning of the word will help you to increase your vocabulary word. Another is it helps develop your intellectual abilities. It makes you think quickly. Another is teaches you strategy and encourages social cooperation and bonding. So you will have a very good relationship with your friends or within your family members. Another benefits are it helps improve your emotional well-being and personal confidence. It develops your concentration and makes you happy. How does the Scrabble game contribute to the mental development of an individual? It teaches the brain to think quickly, and it will help to develop your intellectual capability. Let's proceed now to the assessment. I'll give you 5 questions, and each question has a time limit of 5 seconds. Then when you hear the buzzer, that means your time to answer is up. Are you ready? Let's start! Number 1. Which of the following Scrabble tiles have a value of 5 points? Letter A, D, letter B, X, letter C, K, or letter D, P. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter C, the letter K. Number 2. What is the color of the cells on the Scrabble board that corresponds to a triple word score? Letter A, light blue, B, dark red, C, light red, or D, dark blue. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, dark red. Number 3. How many bonus points will be given if a player is able to place all 7 tiles on the board at the same time? Letter A, 50, letter B, 100, letter C, 2, or letter D, 15. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter A, 50. Let's proceed to number 4. What is the total score of the word Scrabble who happens to be placed at the star spin? Again, what is the total score of the word Scrabble who happens to be placed at the star spin? A, 20, B, 29, C, 28, or D, 30. A word that is placed in a star pin would be doubled. So what is your answer? And the correct answer is 28. Last but not the least, number 5. What is the total score of the word virus whose letter I happens to be placed at the double letter score? Now remember, the word virus have the following point value. V is equals to 4, I is equals to 1, R is equals to 1, U is equals to 1, and S is equals to 1. If the letter I happens to place at the double letter score, then what would be the total score of the word virus? Letter A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, D, 9. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is 9. Okay, did you get it all correct? That's good. For your assignment, I want you to download an app, particularly the Scrabble Go app. And then once you install it in your phone, I want you to invite your friends to play with you. Screenshot the result and send it to my private messenger. I'll be waiting for your responses. So, I hope you enjoy our Scrabble lesson for today. See you next time for another episode of Salida TeleRadyo here at La Filipina National High School. I am your teacher broadcaster once again, Mayan C. Sacrum, saying thank you for listening. Keep safe, everyone.
Amazing! Thank you so much for delivering interesting topic, Teacher Mayan. And also thank you to our viewers and listeners for tuning in. I hope that you have learned a lot from today's discussion. Again, this is Teacher Cyril, your teacher host.